Yo, we are officially live. Pull up a chair, episode 41. Get the energy up. Let's go. Little summer Americana. The Mountain Dew drink. Let's go. But happy Sleepless Saturday. Hope everybody's having a blessed and wonderful out there. Blessed and wonderful one out there. We do got the great Snooker to my left. Before we get to the intro, he's just a little off camera, getting ready, getting situated, as we all are. Trying to chase the hair of the dog from the night before, but got the headache to go away after a little bit of Burger King. Here we are now for Pull Up a Chair, episode 41. Good brother Snooker.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, but
those that don't know, now you will. Yabba dabba motherfucking do. It's Big Super Fried Snooker off the top of the motherfucking Hell in the Cell, baby.
We coming in hot.
Big elbow drop. And it is your host, El Tigre Tente, the ultimate motherfucking sensei, the one who, of course, taught Bruce Lee everything he motherfucking knows, a.k.a. Space Mountain Stoney, a.k.a. Stony Montana, a.k.a. Young Dumbledore, the lyrical wizard, a.k.a. Bed Burgundy. Why? Because they sleep on your boy, a.k.a. Mr. Keep the Love High and the motherfucking hate low. Call me what you will, just never call me broke or sad. Boom! Let me go grab my Blizzard, and we'll get this thing up and going. Feeling the energy today. Feeling good, living better.
Hell yeah.
Let's go. Hope everybody's having a blessed and wonderful sleepless Saturday out there. It is nice sun shining, about 75, maybe 80 out. I don't know. I don't keep the temperature on me. I barely use my weather app.
It's about 72.
About 72. Damn it. I'd be no weather man. I'm no Wayne Dawson by any means.
I mean, earlier today was probably up there.
Thank you. Give me a dub. But yeah, I hope everybody's having a blessed and wonderful one. Let's just kick right into it. How you doing, dog?
We're good. Relaxing, chilling, enjoying the weekend, the weather. You know.
Looks like we're finally getting away from all the super cold shit here in OHIO.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I like it.
I fucking hope so. We're in June.
There for a minute, I was starting to think it was never going to leave. I was like, oh, wow. Me being me, though, I like the cold shit, the hot shit. Sizzle my skin. Can't have that.
Yeah.
But, week went good for me. Flew by. Got in a couple good sessions. That went great. Watched them. Definitely had some viewing throughout the week. Nothing that jumped out to me, though, like the past couple weeks. I feel like I ran out of my lucky streak. So nothing really
I feel that.
Yeah, heads up. I got nothing as a highly recommendation to share with you today. I tried. I fought the good fight, but I couldn't find anything that I could really get behind.
I've been watching Blacklist again.
I do want to start watching that. I do have that on my show to watch. Right now, I'm just kind of trying to catch up on not catch up on Justified, but finish it all out before the new season drops. I mean, even though I've watched it like 8 times, but I still just want to be fresh right when the show starts. I'm like, I remember that motherfucker.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go back and watch Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso. Yeah. I've heard nothing but good things about that show. That's Jason Sudeikis.
Yes.
I believe, yeah. He won like a shitload. I think he's been nominated for an Emmy like 11 times.
Yeah.
He just did a First We Feast, the Hot Ones shit.
Really?
Earlier this week. Yeah, he was, actually last week. This week's episode of Hot Ones was Julie Dreyfus, Elaine from Seinfeld. That broad. Well, since we're talking about movies, talking about TV, let's just dive right into her. So, there was one question I actually ended up asking the chat, and I'm going to share their answers that they gave as well, because I think everybody gave a different answer, which was super cool. But I'm just going to ask you, we're going to kick it right off just like this. Best sitcom all time. What would you say? It can be your favorite, or it can be what you would call the unbiased best. You can give us both. Have a little fun with it.
I'd have to have like a list of all sitcoms.
Okay. Well, let me, I'll give you mine, and then I'll rattle off what some of the chat said as well that I wanted to share.
All right.
So I'll give 2. I'd say that the best of all time, and this isn't my this isn't my like favorite. I would probably say the best of all time would be Seinfeld for what it did.
Yeah.
Like it was number 1 right off the rip. I mean, shit, when he gave up the show, they offered him $110 million.
I love Seinfeld too.
And it is fucking funny. It's easily relatable. It's like Friends, really. Which that brings me to another one that I would probably put up there. If I had to do a Mount Rushmore of sitcoms, which I never thought I'd share such a thing, but this is fun.
I'm putting 2.5 Men on there.
I've been seeing a lot of the 2.5 Men.
They changed like how edgy and how much you could push the line with certain shit.
Now, my question for the 2.5 Men, though, would be, did you still feel that way when Ashton took over Charlie's role?
Oh, no.
That's where I feel like that series takes its blemish.
Well, yeah,
unfortunately.
But I mean, there's a peak of every sitcom. But, and I mean, to be fair, it grew the early legacy of 2.5 Men even more. Charlie Sheen said, fuck you to his boss.
Yeah.
It said deuces.
I forgot that's how that went down, yeah. They weren't paying him, right, or something?
In the end, he basically just said, fuck you to the boss.
That was when Charlie was in his winning phase.
Yeah. Hey, but, so there's that.
I like your 2.5. Okay, I'd put Friends up there, Mount Rushmore next to Seinfeld. Might not be my favorite, but I think it deserves a spot. I'd also say The Office deserves to be up there. So far I got Seinfeld, Friends,
I gotta pull up a whole
Office.
I'm gonna look up a little, because, like, some people could argue Big Bang Theory in there.
So I hadn't heard that one yet, but you could.
Because that show, like, that show is slept on. And then Sunny in Philly? We're not talking about Sunny in Philadelphia right now?
I didn't see It's Always Sunny yet, actually. I didn't see that one on there.
What? Like, I mean, that's kind of...
Good one here. I'm going to rattle off theirs. So I'm at 3 on my Rushmore as of now. So we got... Take it from the top here. First one mentioned, I thought this one was great. Push and Paulie, good brother, mentioned Eastbound and Down. Danny McBride, Kenny Powers. Now, I love that show. Thought that show was fucking hilarious. Definitely recommend to watch it. Definitely a laugh.
Putting over Always Sunny, though?
No, and why I couldn't do that is Eastbound and Down didn't have enough seasons.
Fair.
Like, I love Vice Principals, hilarious sitcom, but it only did 2 seasons. So it's like, I look at that as more as like, you know, the King of Queens. There's another one to mention.
That's one I was gonna bring up.
Everybody Loves Raymond.
Full House? The original?
Full House.
Original?
Family Matters. I mean, see, there's a lot you can dive into on it. That's why I figured to have fun with this.
Pre lawsuits and cases, Cosby Show.
I fucking hated that show, but yeah, it would be up there.
On the Mount Rushmore? You got it.
Oh, I wouldn't put it Rushmore though.
But like, it's not even someone's. It is.
Oh yeah, sure.
Like,
but
just very like, oh, it was family. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what was the other ones in the chat?
Matt mentioned Mango, good brother Mango. Mentioned Entourage. People seem to like that one a lot.
What is that just triggered a which one is it? Damn it. I have no idea how to...
Good brother Nathaniel mentioned 3 shows. He said Parks and Rec.
Oh, I was going to say that one.
Great show. How I Met Your Mother. I never watched that, but I've heard great things about it.
That was hilarious.
And then he mentioned 2.5 Men. Men.
Yeah, what's the one show? It's like main character's the male. He's like a former like agent or something. Now he's like private. He's like on the run and like not on the run, but he's like in witness.
Agent Cody Banks. No, I'm kidding.
He's like in witness protection. And he has like his dad helping him. He's like older, chunkier guy, and like a girl. She's low-key bad.
Help. Chat help.
It's like Vice, like it would be like Vice City, but like I forget what the fuck.
Miami Vice. That's an action show. I don't think that's what you were talking about. Oh, another one that Mango mentioned. Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh God, yeah.
Speaking of Frankie Muniz, look at that segue.
That's the one I was like. I saw this on Facebook, like the post of this.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And it's not Miami Vice.
I really didn't think it was. I was about to be like, what did you find funny in Miami Vice?
Action witness protection program TV show.
Now, there was one other show that I feel like we should mention.
God damn, Malcolm in the Middle, though.
Yeah, Malcolm in the Middle.
That is Mount Rushmore.
That's a Rushmore pick? Yeah, that was like a before school specialty. There is one show we got to mention, but we can't mention it without grazing over this fucking sentencing that happened this week. Actually, I don't think it was the sentence. It's just what he faces, but they did find him guilty.
Okay.
We do got to mention That 70s Show.
Oh, yeah.
As all-time sitcom. For those that don't know, Danny Masterson, the guy who played Hyde, the curly-headed guy, is now facing up to 30 years for two or three confirmed guilty rape charges. So he's a piece of shit, and he's going to rot in cell for about 30 years, and by the time he gets out, he'll be like about 80 years old. So...
Yep.
Not going to let him ruin That 70s Show for me, though.
That was,
Can't let that happen. I'm sorry. I love That 70s Show. I enjoy it. I mean, I don't rewatch it all the time, but...
Why can't I think of his fucking show, man?
It'll come to you. Maybe somebody will think of it.
The fact I can't even think of, like, what their character name was now. Because it was all right there.
I tried to help.
Frankie? Character Frankie?
You got Frankie Muniz on your brain.
Oh, Frank. Frank was definitely one.
Frank Castle. You're talking about The Punisher.
No.
Once again, not even close to a comedy. So I just throw it out there.
TV character.
You're like, yeah, that part where his wife and kid die on the boardwalk. Hilarious. Right?
I hate you. Fuck, man.
Oh, God. When you think of it, though, let me know.
It's gonna drive me insane.
I'm trying to think of a fourth pick for my Rushmore. Seinfeld, Friends, Office.
I really love Raymond's solid.
Raymond.
Like, there's a like.
All right. Parks and Rec. I watched that one pretty early. I like the Parks and Rec pick. Love Parks and Rec. In fact, Chris Pratt went from being the shoe shiner on season 1 and 2 to being like the lead fucking guy by the end of the show. I just always thought that was funny. I'm like, that guy was literally shining shoes last season.
So
now he's a fucking star.
4?
4.
Malcolm in the Middle, definitely.
Malcolm?
I forget all the ones we said now.
There's the Entourage, How I Met Your Mother. I know you mentioned 2.5 Men.
2.5 Men. I'm thinking, like, do I put Raymond? Like Kings of Queens? That shit was
King of Queens, that shit's gas.
Like, slept on. Then are we going?
You know another one I'm going to throw out there that's going to sound fucking crazy? The Nanny.
Yeah. Fire.
Oh, nope. I'm taking Parks and Rec out of my Rushmore.
That's fire.
George Lopez.
Yes.
That shit, just hit me. I was like, hold on. Yeah, George Lopez to complete my Rushmore. Can't even tell you how many times I've heard that. Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, so can't even hear that song the same way.
George, 2.5 Men. Fuck.
I asked my dad this question. You know what he threw out? Home Improvement.
That's the one I was thinking of. God damn.
The fucking the Tool Man.
Yeah,
Tim the Tool Man.
Tool Man. Fucking. Oh, thank you.
Got you.
Woo.
Yeah, so that was one he mentioned.
That yes, because that was just like
spring gas. I remember him. I actually remember him watching the fuck out of that show.
I did too.
When I was younger too. He loved that shit. Be like, Dad, it's like the 4th time you watched that episode this week. It's still funny. I'm like, all right.
Fuck, why can't I think of the show, man? It's really pissing me
Oh, I
off.
thought I nailed it. I thought it was Home Improvement.
No, well, yes, that was the one. That's another sitcom I was thinking of. This show, I'm getting mad. I can't think of it.
You'll get it, I'm sure. Yeah, so I think that was it on
Like, not
shows
even
that people
Google's
mentioned.
helping you.
Poor Danny Masterson. Well, not poor Danny Masterson. Fuck Danny Masterson. I just happened to see that on the thing. Somebody said Danny Masterson. I was like, ah, God. But, yeah, so was that your completed Rushmore or no? I think you got one more slot.
Oh, fuck. No, I got to run it back from the top.
Malcolm?
Malcolm in the Middle, George Lopez, Home Improvement,
George Lopez.
2.5 Men.
And 2.5 Men. Solid 4. Definite big solid 4. I know Wale would like my Seinfeld pick. That's got to be his favorite. And, well, I think that about completes what I was going to say on just that best sitcom. I just thought that was really cool when I came across that on Facebook. If you guys got any sitcoms that we didn't mention or, you wish we kind of highlighted one more, definitely let us know in the comments. Let us know if we left one out. Definitely love to know. Make us aware. Please do.
I'm embarked on figuring out this.
A lot of great sitcoms, though, out there, just based on when you go over it. You're like, damn, I really never realized there is that much, good shit out there.
For real, though. And then you forget about some stuff. Someone was Terry Crews. Terry Crews is dead.
Fuck! Somebody else mentioned that. Everybody Hates Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Fire.
good one. $5. What you think I got $5? That's
Fire.
Right. Yeah, Everybody Hates Chris, another good one. I really hope we're not leaving out, gems or classics, but I feel like it kind of just happens when trying to cover all of them. It's like, oh, shit.
Burn Notice.
Oh, Burn Notice.
God,
I remember that
Jesus.
show. That was kind of like a comedy action, right?
Yeah.
Was that good cop, bad cop type thing?
So he was like a former agent. He got burned, like a former hitman type thing, or agent. I forget exactly, but he got burned. So he's in hiding from agents and assassins and shit, and just follows him around. But it's action series, comic relief, yes. I'm showing you the characters right now.
Yeah, because I think I remember the
Bruce
one guy.
Campbell is the dude I was thinking of. Sam Axe. Oh, that's not Frank. Weird.
Well, two things.
Jeffrey Donovan is the main guy.
Jeffrey Dahmer? No, Jeffrey Donovan.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know Jeffrey had a good bounce back like that.
Oh, good for him.
Way to get back out there, Jeff. But did want to pivot into 2 movie things though that I just want to say, make sure I mentioned. Super Mario Bros. Becomes the second highest animated film of all time,
I gotta see those still.
surpassing Frozen.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, I beat Frozen.
I mean,
However, though, I actually have not.
You're getting every generation of humans.
I haven't seen this yet, though. What is number 1?
Has to be Avatar or something.
Care to look it up?
Yeah.
I'll take a guess.
What? But top grossing
animated film of all time. I'm gonna take a wild shot in the dark here. Yeah, I'm gonna go Lion King.
That's what I was.
My guess would be Lion King.
I don't want to look it up. Before I give my final answer. Animated, but isn't Avatar animated?
Technically, yeah. I think Avatar is technically animated.
Then I'm going Avatar. If that counts as animated.
Would that be technically animated?
I think so.
I mean, to my knowledge, it's all CGI, so I think so.
That's what I mean. Ooh. Well, this is not accurate.
Why? What did it say?
There's the one. That one looks more accurate. The one I was looking at was Incredibles 2.
Oh, wow.
But that's 4th, technically.
Yeah.
Now. So, number 1 is Frozen 2.
Oh, wow. So they beat Frozen 1, but now they have to surpass the second one.
Yeah.
I didn't know those Frozens were monsters like that. I mean, I knew the first one was, but...
Avatar is not on this.
That fucking Olaf Snowman thing has these fucking kids in shambles.
For the record, Avatar is not on the list.
So they probably don't count it.
Yeah. Not for animated, yeah.
I get that.
And then I was going to go, like, Incredibles, though.
Incredibles, not a bad guess.
Yeah. And Incredibles 2 was higher.
Those are some of my favorite Pixar movies.
Yeah, them bitches is fire. I might have to rewatch those.
Oh, gas. We just watched the first one. I think you even saw the DVD out and you were like, good fucking movie.
Yeah, it might have been. Sounds accurate.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to guess that would be first, though. Frozen 2. Come on, Super Mario. Knock it out of there.
Super Mario. Who was the producer? Which is that?
The director?
No, like, which company?
Nintendo, actually. That was their first Nintendo production release.
For like phase 1. Where is that going to be released to streaming?
My guess would be
Disney. I feel like Disney will make a deal with them.
Maybe. They could make a deal with them.
Because they got Disney, Pixar.
My guess would be
Star Wars underneath there.
My guess would be you're going to end up seeing it hit Max.
That's the one I don't have.
I guess either Peacock or Max.
I'm going. I hope Peacock.
Peacock or Max, I think, would be the
Let's go to the cock. Peacock.
Pause.
No. Peacock. What did HBO Max do? They just dropped HBO and now they're Max.
Yep.
What's Peacock's about to do?
Drop the P and go to cock.
Let's go.
Could be a marketing move.
I mean, follow suit. That's what everyone else does.
You imagine saying, though, I paid $10 a month for cock?
Peacock.
Not if they drop the P.
But then, HBO Max. It's Max, but it's HBO Max. Yeah, I got Max. But yeah, it's just HBO Max when you explain it to people.
Yeah, so, Max what?
Oh, you pay for the cock? Yeah, it's Peacock, bro. Come on.
Paying for the cock is crazy.
Come on, man.
That's fucking hilarious. Speaking of animated movies, big movie release just dropped yesterday. Cross the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, I should probably watch the first one, huh?
Oh, you've never seen it yet?
I've watched it. Okay, let me rephrase this. Hear all the haters come. Let me rephrase this. I should probably watch the first one in full entirety. Sit through.
I agree with that.
Because I watched all of it, but like 45 minutes here, 1 hour, and then
the interval shit where it gets like all cut up.
Mm-hmm. So I should watch the one in entirety, one sit through, first again.
Yeah, no, I think.
But I saw Tom Holland, I guess, came out and said it's the best Spider-Man movie ever created. And I was like, well, let's react on the promoting.
He's definitely
let's pump the brakes on our promotions.
Yeah, I mean, I heard nothing but great things so far.
I respect him. I respect the movies, but my man Tom Holland has phenomenal Spider-Man movies. And my boy Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, that No Way Home was
right, and that's not when we started talking about competing with Tobey Maguire.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I did like the Spider-Verse, the first one. I thought it was great. I think it did deserve to win Best Animated Feature that year. But I didn't find it to have, like, for example, I've only watched it once.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, shit.
I mean, I haven't saw it.
Like, I thought it was great, but I didn't run back to it.
I didn't watch it one sit through, so I can't say nothing.
I know that the soundtrack was better for the first one, but we'll get there.
It'd be like that.
We'll cross that bridge. It's almost that time. Yeah. But yeah, no, I saw that came out. I do believe that Spider-Verse and Fast X and all that, I believe all those movies are going to really kill Flash next week, which I'm kind of rooting for.
Yeah, speaking on Fast X, Dwayne The Rock Johnson came out and said he will be in the next one. So that's already confirmed.
Yeah, I don't know if he was in the new one or not.
No.
I haven't seen it yet.
He him and Vin Diesel there was a feud between them, like actual feud.
There wasn't there?
Disagreement, like a few back. And they apparently it was squashed like privately like a year ago, but obviously like they're both private people, so they can handle their matters privately.
Yeah.
And so it was squashed like a year ago. So, but like Dwayne came out and said Hobbs will be back in the next one, or Shaw. No, yeah, he's Hobbs. Shaw.
Speaking of
what's his name?
People set to play people. Last thing I wanted to mention I had on my list I wanted to bring up. Will Ferrell will be playing John Madden in a John Madden biopic.
That's going to be fire.
I think that's going to be gas.
I can't wait.
And they already showed like a little 10-second clip of him on set. And it's him like just walking up to the camera and with the makeup on and everything. And the accent that he does, he goes, EA Sports. It's in the game. It's like, holy shit, he sounds just like the fucker. Like,
that's gonna be awesome.
Like, if you close your eyes, you're like, oh, that's John Madden talking.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, and that's set to release, I think they said November or December.
Okay.
They're, like, wrapping up shooting now on it. They tried to keep, actually, it
under
wraps, but there was a leaked photo of him on set, like, a week ago, dressed up like that. And then it like came out a couple days ago. They were like, well, we're wrapping it up. And then here you go. Here's like a little 10-second clip. Here's how
might as well throw a teaser.
I thought that was pretty cool. Big pump for that movie.
Yeah.
I think that'll be very interesting. And you know who his assistant is in the movie? John C. Reilly. So they're back. They're back as a fucking duo. So the Step Brother boys are back.
This movie's going to be something else.
And rated R. So it's like you don't got to worry about the Holmes and Watson shit. Like I remember when I heard those two were playing Holmes and Watson, I was like, oh, this is going to be fucking hilarious. And I'm like, oh no, man. It's PG. I'm like, oh fuck.
The first time that assistant fucks up is going to be hilarious.
Oh, watching Will go off on him like that.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, no, it's going to be real fun. I'm looking forward to that. Speaking of sports, look at that. Getting better with the segues, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk a little sports.
Or whatever you identify as.
That's true. They, them, he, she, we, they. I think I already said that one, but you get the point.
It is what it
is. But yeah, I did want to mention we do got a couple sports things. Obviously, we got the NBA Finals going on. Exciting shit.
Yeah.
Before we dive into that, though, did just want to mention one quick thing. Not sure if anybody heard. Jimmy Butler officially filed the Hemi Buckets trademark.
Hell yeah.
And wants to start opening like shops and shit with it.
That's dope. He should.
I mean, it looks like he doesn't like have a set plan yet, but he does know that he wants to use Hemi Buckets for something.
He wants that shit to be his.
And it got me thinking.
Well, a lot of people will be using that to like.
It got me thinking on something. What if, I'm thinking maybe test it out in Miami, see how it goes. Do like Hemi Buckets of beer. Like at $18.99, you can get a bucket of beer. But what if you went in and you were like, yeah, can I get a Hemi bucket? And you okay, what beer? Okay, Budweiser, okay.
So you're getting 21 beers?
You could do it like that maybe even. Like do like a Hemi bucket. How many beers do you want to buy? Buy them now, whatever fills your bucket. You could do something like that.
It has to be like around his number.
What is his number?
I believe 21. I believe. I mean, I'm high, so I don't. Now you're making me second guess myself, but.
Well, okay, hold on.
If I had to put money on it, I would put 21.
Well, okay, my mind went straight to this then. What if you advertise it as like, you have to be 21 in order to get the Hemi bucket? Like I know I'm reaching
22,
here.
Sorry.
22. Fuck. Could work with the 21.
So that's why I was hesitant. I was like, no, I'm not.
I was just thinking more of like maybe just like a red bucket with like the outline of his face on it and just call it a Hemi bucket. You return it at the end of the night. Or you could pay for it and buy the whole thing and just bring the bucket home.
The bucket would be $22.
Yes.
This guy.
There you go. Make the bucket $22.
And it's like 10 beers. So it's a deal.
So it's a deal.
Like you could do like 8 beers because that's under 3. It's like a little like under $3 a beer. So
yeah,
it's like a little bit of a deal.
And that's double the amount that you get out of a normal bucket in a bar.
So it's like,
at least I think that is. Been a while since I've been in a bar, but any bucket I ever got ever came with 4 bottles of beer.
Is like 7-8 beers in a bucket, $22 for the bucket.
Now, how much would it be to
Jimmy? Hit me up for your sales department, bro.
Yeah, see, look at that. We're already on this shit for you. We're already on this shit for you, Hemi.
Yeah, that's all you're getting out of me for free.
But no, I saw something about like a cookie shop. I saw the brewery thing. I was like, I think a Hemi brewery or something. I don't know.
He he said in an interview the Heat jersey would be the last jersey he'll wear.
Good.
So I'm sure he plans he's a smart person in general.
Miami's big on club culture too.
But not even that. He knows I make money, you gotta invest money. So let me do these investments so I can have my wealth continue into my retirement and I don't have to worry.
Yeah, like how LeBron James bought Blaze Pizza, but then took the one that's fucking 20 minutes from my house, asshole.
I mean, where did the owners sell out during COVID?
I think it was that one.
Ooh, weird. Douchebag. Don't talk about him.
Have they been? I actually don't even remember when that fucker closed
I don't know
down.
either. I'm just talking shit to you.
That sounds about right, though, as COVID time. Like right at the beginning, like that summer 2020.
And, I mean, yeah, I mean,
I think that sounds about right.
I would take corduroy's pizza over it.
Over Blaze?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's that nostalgia pizza. It's hard to beat that.
You ain't beating, bro.
But no, that was just something I did want to mention. But
if you give me the 08 Giorgio's pizza, I'll take that over Blaze.
That Men Are on the Lake when Giorgio's was there.
Me and Vince.
I want to say it was right next
stopped
to
at the Euclid one with his dad on his way to his place. He would pick us up. We would drive down there. Bloop, and Giorgio's right before his house. But not the New Day Giorgio's.
Yeah, there's one in Painesville now, I think.
I just passed it the other day, and I texted Vince. I was like, bruh.
Giorgio's right here.
I was like, there's a Giorgio's right over here, bro. I thought the closest one was Euclid. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, fucking Giorgio's. I haven't had that shit in a minute.
Me either.
So, NBA Finals. Miami Heat, Denver Nuggets. Yeah. Game 1 in the books. So they're already up 1-0. I got 3 separate bets on Miami Heat. Yeah. I bet the farm on the Miami Heat. So, game 1, I'm not hitting the panic button.
Me neither.
I'm going to just start it off like this.
To be fair, they're down 22 and they only lost by 11.
I got Miami in 7.
They might give it in 6.
Miami in 6, close it out Miami?
You'd have to. I'm not saying have to. Obviously they did it in Boston. But that'd be the best way to do it.
See, I really think 7 though. I really think 7. I know it just doesn't sound as good them winning in Denver.
They got to figure out all right, this is their whole issue is what are y'all doing on the boards? You guys just
told you.
You guys just dealt with this with the Celtics.
And now it's on a much bigger scale.
You had your whole biggest flaw pointed out to you with the Celtics of, hey, if we got our ass beat on these boards, we're fucked. And you let Aaron Gordon bully ball you the whole first quarter. Woof.
And then Jokic with the triple-double.
15 assists, bro. I'd rather, if there's been games literally in the playoffs.
Who had 15 assists?
Jokic. The Joker. But there's been games where he put up 51 and they lost. But you can't let him facilitate.
Yeah. On top of everything.
Let him take the 51, but you cannot let him have 15 assists.
Yeah, I saw he was the first one with a triple-double in the finals finals debut or something like that since Jason Kidd, 02.
Shout out Jason Kidd. Shout out J Kidd, baby.
Love Jason
Kidd, VC, back in the day.
I had the Vince Carter Nets jersey. It wasn't an official one. It was like a $20 Kohl's jersey.
Hey, it'd be like that, bro.
But I had it.
We hang in the rim like them.
Fuck the official logo. But
look at my Jordans. I bet they no kidding.
Black market Jordans.
Watch your own feet. I got Adidas.
Did you say a busted ass Adidas? No. But yeah, no. Game 1.
I got Reeboks on. I just do it.
Classic. But yeah, no. After game 1, it's no panic button yet. I think game 2's tomorrow.
Yep, 8 o'clock.
I will say this. Miami needs to win that one. They don't win that one, I'm going to start getting my hand hovering over that panic button a little bit. Because now you're telling me you need to win both in Miami.
But no, you're doing what you're supposed to do, though. In the playoffs, you're supposed to win at home.
Okay, so now you win both in Miami. Then you would, lose game 5 and then win 6? Yeah. And then we talk. Then that goes 7?
You win 2. You win 2 in Miami. All right, we're down 0-2. Go to Miami, get 1. Now we got momentum. We get both of them in Miami that we're supposed to. We have to go to Denver, game 5, and get it. Because then we come back to Miami, closeout game. It's not panic yet. If it
gets scary though if they go down.
It goes game 6 if they win game 2. It's game 6 for sure.
That they would win if they win game 2. That you think it's for sure.
6 for sure if they win game 2, because then they already won 1 in Denver. Because then it's like, all right, we can go to Miami. We can go up 2-1 the first game in Miami. Okay, say we don't. Okay, so we're back even.
Then you win 4.
We're back even. Like we stole one. We already stole 1. If they take game 2, definitely in 6.
I mean, fuck, I hope so. However, though, one of my bets is
I got Hemi buckets, baby.
If Denver wins in 5, I send him money. If Heat win in 7, he sends me money. If neither of those outcomes happen, it's just going to be a wash.
That's cool.
But then I have 2 other bets.
So he got it in 5?
Yeah, he thinks Nuggets win in 5.
That's, all right, I'm not going to lie. That's my other case scenario.
That's the other case, you think? If the Heat don't win in 6, you're saying?
If Heat don't win, I'm cool with Heat going down 0-2, coming back to Miami. But if they lose that first game in Miami, go down 0-3, they're not going to get swept. I don't think Hemi would get swept. So at least get that last one in Miami. But then it's like, back to Denver, 3-1.
It kind of puts the right in the wall.
If you get out of that, if they get out of that, then it's definitely 7. Hemi's coming. Huh. If they
mount the full skill comeback.
You heard it here first. Like, if he goes if they go down 0-3, and then get the 1 in Miami, so it's 1-3. Go to Denver, win it. So it's 2-3. Hemi's coming to Miami with a vengeance.
And I know and
he's coming for that ring.
What's even crazier about this is that this was an 8th seed play-in team.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking nuts.
Tyler Herro got hurt first round of the playoffs.
See, I was wondering when he got hurt.
Averaged like 20 points easily. Victor Oladipo goes down first round. They have Victor Oladipo. No one's even talking about my man. Who's an all-star?
The guys who stepped up
who was a previous all-star guard.
Gabe Vincent and Caleb Martin.
Yep.
Those are the 2 guys that stepped up.
Strus has been balling.
Strus. Holy shit, is that a turkey in the backyard? It's a big ass bird.
I didn't say that, YouTube.
Bird. What is that sucker?
That's a crow, bro. It's a raven.
Oh, shit.
Hey, you gotta start. This is how you do it. I'm gonna teach you. So now you know where you land.
You want me to catch the crow?
No. It's a partnership. So now.
Partner with the crow.
He goes to that little break.
Can I name it Russell?
Yeah.
Russell Crowe.
So now, but this is a real thing. People do it. Because ravens are genius. Don't call it a crow. It's a raven.
Oh, I love ravens.
And so if you
start back, Tyler Herro could come back this season.
Yeah, that would be clutch if he did. He was
your brother Mango.
He was shooting around pregame game 7 in Boston. But with Ravens, not to sidetrack too much, but to sidetrack.
Tap 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 of the Ravens wing at ground.
Like say you start leaving out like bird feed, just regular bird feed.
We do, but the squirrels get it.
Correct. But the raven, if you put
we got a thick squirrel,
if you put like a little tiny post, just the raven, like, and the raven learned like, oh, I can get here and they can't. Eventually, it'll start to bring you shit like yarn, a little piece of yarn to like barter because they're smart. They're like, oh, he's doing me a favor, I'm doing him a favor.
I don't want yarn.
Okay, exactly. But then say
drop me a blunt.
Say he brings you a coin. The next day, you put out like a big ass walnut or a big ass peanut, so it's a better treat. and then the bird will eventually.
Where did you get this raven?
Don't worry about this. But then, like, so all right, so
this
then
is
you
very obscure knowledge.
But then he'll associate getting the peanut or walnut if he gets you a quarter or a dollar bill. So then, if he doesn't bring you the quarter or dollar bill, though,
where does it get the money?
Flying the fuck around finds it. That motherfucker flies. What the fuck do you mean? Like,
I'm just happy that
the raven in his head's like, where the fuck is this motherfucker getting all this good ass food? I'll go get him a dollar bill. That shit flying around. But yeah, that's a real thing, bro.
I had no idea.
Yeah, but then when he
now it makes sense why.
But then when he brings you another piece of yarn, you give him the bird feed again. You're like, oh, come on, bro. This is the fair trade for your yarn. But
I think this had a much more darker plot in Edgar Allan Poe's poem about the raven.
I
think the raven was supposed to be like some sort of symbol of death. Something like that. It was pretty dark. Edgar Allan Poe's a dark guy. He's also a drunk.
Well, Raven,
a lot of people don't know that.
Ravens
one of the best poets of all time, and he was always fucking loaded.
Well, ravens could be associated because, it might scavenge for food like roadkill. So, associated with death because that's an easy-ass meal.
You know where it lives, though? Baltimore.
Or in the woods.
Or probably in the woods.
It might fly from Baltimore more.
What if it just landed right in the backyard with a Lamar jersey on?
Hey, big trust. Catch me outside the Beam Bank.
Hey, that Raven's got a fit.
It be like that sometimes.
But this my prediction. I gotta go Heat in 7. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm keeping my faith high. That's right, Mango.
I got a Heat 6.
Heat in 6.
Yeah,
that's what I like to hear. Keeping the Heat spirit alive, baby.
I think Jokic is built for the lights. I don't think anything phases him for real. But I don't know if the rest of his team is. And Jimmy and his
Jamal Murray play well game 1? I didn't see that stat.
I don't know.
I saw that picture of him like on the court, like pointing, laughing. So I figured he must have did something pretty good.
I don't know.
You don't take that picture if you didn't ball at least a little bit.
I had the game on, but I wasn't watching that bitch. I don't want to lie.
Gotcha. I think it occurred or started.
I looked over, like, 15. Oh, down 20. Oh, 18.
Yeah, I was 13. At work when I got told it was like halftime and they were down by 20.
And then fourth quarter, when they made their run, I started paying attention a little bit, and then like they steadied out at like 10.
It's exactly though what me and you talked about last week is if you can't get board dominant with those guys, the Nuggets will just fucking rebound after rebound.
They had someone like me trying to guard Aaron Gordon in the paint.
Yeah, and it's like,
bro, like I'm gonna try.
And when Aaron Gordon and Jokic are cooking down there, it's like, good God.
That's what it is. You can't have Jokic cooking you.
Yeah.
Like points, like scoring.
And for his size, he don't really seem like he gets tired that quick.
Scoring wise, have him cook you, but you can't have him getting everybody else cooking.
Giving your shooters 3-4 different tries a trip.
They can't.
Like
you can't have.
One of the things I did see was that one exchange where it was like miss, rebound.
What is it like?
10 seconds goes down. Miss, rebound.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, you just never can get the upper hand on these fuckers.
Like, they're getting 3 shot attempts. And it's like, well, they're going to score. Like,
yeah.
What do you expect?
And Bam is just.
He can only do so much. And like,
yeah.
I wasn't paying attention, like I said, but like, K-Love, was he out there?
From every clip that I saw, he never caught my eye.
Right. It was like, but like, and I think they have someone else. Joseph
Nurkic?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't know he was on there.
Me fucking either. But it's like he needs to be out there.
Yeah.
If he is.
I mean, yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he is on the Heat. Like, because I think they're like he was showing
confirmed, but yeah. I didn't know. I thought last time I heard anything about Joseph Nurkic, he was a Blazer.
That was a while back. But I believe I'm about to look it up after I spark this. Because I think they are like him and Jokic are like showing love to each other.
Well, they're probably from the same country with those last names. Nurkic, Jokic.
That's
taking a guess there.
Be careful.
Hope I didn't
too late.
offend.
Too late.
Hope I didn't tip over the ledge, but
I already said it too late. But they're probably from like opposite ends. And this man just
like not even close to the right country.
no, I honestly
Nurkic is from Czech Republic and Jokic is from Albania. I don't know. Now that's getting into. Now I'm talking demographics.
Well, you just don't know geography.
Yeah. See, I didn't even know the word. Yeah, yeah, I can't even say it. I'm gonna have a stroke.
He barely got through high school, y'all. No disrespect.
None taken. In fact, the diploma was a big compliment for me. They have a rookie named Nikola Jovic.
That's what it is.
Shit. So that's the name. Nikola Jovic. Jovic. I don't know. I think that sounds right. That sounds Croatian. Not sure, though.
Serbian.
All love to absolutely all walks of life and regions. That is a fact, though. But yeah.
He's 6'10".
Who is?
Nico, the dude, Jovic. Jovic. You had me so fucked up. I was like, God damn, like, Jovic. He's 6'10", like
those J's that come off like Y's. Damn.
Yeah, he's 19, but like the man's 6'10". Get him on the fucking floor to guard Aaron Gordon. Like, goddamn.
You tall guy, third row. Come on.
Get your ass up.
Grab a jersey. We're fucking short over here.
First round.
Put the penny on and get out here.
First round. You're in the first round.
He was a first round pick?
27th, but yeah.
We'll take it.
That's first round.
Like you said, 6'10". Seems like he's got fresh legs. We can't stop Jokic at our best days, so go out there
jump.
and try.
Go out there and jump.
When down, punch the motherfucker in the face if you have to.
I take that. Like, do something to stop him.
Bust his nose.
Like, Udonis Haslem, go out there and knock him out.
Yeah, for real, Haslem, come on, bud. This your last shit. You've been hiding it for 20 years. I want you to go out there and hit him with a fucking Compton bot.
Not even. For real, not even. I'm not even. Now I'm talking for real. I need you, Udonis Haslem. This is your last run. Stop. Go bully that man in the post. Don't let Aaron Gordon just bully you.
If you foul out, you foul out.
Cool.
Like, I kind of agree with that. Like,
fuck.
just play the most aggressive that you can. If you foul out, you're fine.
Udonis, are you going to let him back you down like a little bitch? I doubt it.
Udonis is just like, Spo told me I could do it. Bah! Fucking headbutts and just, bah!
Oh.
Fucking takes the ball out of the hand, fucking throws it to him.
Malice at the Denver.
What's their arena called? Malice at the... Oh, shit. What is their arena called? Fuck!
I don't know. That's why I said Malice at the Denver.
Is it the Crypto Arena? No, that's
Lakers.
Yeah, fuck!
Wow.
What happened to Staples?
Their rates were up. So Crypto came in and was like, thank you.
Is anything fucking sacred anymore? It's not even the Staples Center. It's the Crypto Arena.
Look at that history.
Fucking Crypto.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Dear God. Well.
Yeah. Remember that Vine? The little kid? Basketball? Yeah.
Yeah, I also remember that one. LeBron James. Remember that one? That one was funny. So, speaking of some funny shit, pivot into a little bit of sports entertainment, a little bit of wrestling. Only got two things I wanted to mention on the wrestling plate this week. First off, we'll kick it off like this, just because it's just real quick, but it's just a nice congratulations I think we should give.
Okay.
Everybody's been wondering why. Hey, Alexa Bliss left off TV. Alexa Bliss left off TV. Rumors were flying. I think we even talked about it a couple weeks ago. Like, where is Alexa? Yeah. Well, Alexa came out, and posted on her Instagram, like, just wanted to clear up all the rumors. She's like, and for everybody thinking that I'm done with WWE, when I told them that I was pregnant and I'm taking time away from the ring, they actually extended my contract. Literally showing that all these rumors, people, Alexa's going to be AEW. It's like,
no,
people,
just had a baby.
It's just one of those moments where you're just reminded that, like, we really don't know shit.
Nope.
Until the people themselves come out and go, this is the fact.
Yeah.
Like,
literally.
So congratulations to Alexa.
Shout out to you.
Alexa Bliss.
Hope everybody's healthy, happy.
Oh, hell yeah. I just wonder how many baby bump pics it's going to take before I can't jerk off to her anymore. Like, it'll be by, like, the third one. I'm like, I'll wait another 6 months. I'll get the afterbirth photo. That was a flagrant foul, too, by the way, that I just said that. But
that's a technical.
Hey, at the end of the day, we're in this for entertainment and comedy.
That's a technical dude. He's throwing the fuck out the game.
If my wife was here, I'd get ejected. But I'd get ejected for that one. Ejected for the erected.
This man.
But always resurrected.
Y'all see what I got to deal with? This is just when we're live.
Yeah. Think about it when it's off.
That's what I mean.
Mango choked me out cold and I pissed myself. And I did that completely off camera. Imagine if we did that on the pod. That shit would have been hilarious. Next time, book it. But, all right, now that I'm laughing, I got to talk about this one because this is fucking hilarious. So I watch, it's Conrad Thompson on YouTube, who's also partnered with JR. And they do like a grilling JR / it's like a hybrid show of, they call it the Combat Jack Show or something like that, Conrad Show. Well, anyways, they had Tommy Dreamer on there.
Huh.
And I shit you not.
Shout out Dead Man. I haven't heard that name in forever.
I was at work when this came across my ears, and I literally had to go pause the video and rewind and be like, hold on, am I hearing this right?
Tommy Dreamer?
So this one,
no disrespect. He's alive?
Yeah.
Shout out. Hey.
Little ragged.
But hey.
As he said,
I'm sure he lived it up, though, back in the day.
Well.
That's what I'm saying. Like, whew.
It's actually interesting that you said that because he said that like his career was full of mostly great moments and he was very grateful once he got to the WWE.
And then he found cocaine.
Obviously, everybody knows he was one of the best, if not the staple, him and RVD of ECW.
And then he found cocaine. And
then, there was some cocaine involved.
And strippers.
Most likely also a lot of strippers.
And liquor.
Also that. But so what he ended up sharing on the show, though, so he was talking about, they asked him his transition from ECW and that 2-year gap before he crossed over to the WWE when WWE bought out WCW, which then got into his relationship with Paul Heyman. This is where it gets crazy. So making sure I got the timeline right. So right when ECW was like gearing up to close their doors, they had about 6 months left. Paul Heyman was already secretly negotiating and working with WWE. That's why he was able to become a commentator and announcer
real quick
the second that those doors closed.
So Tommy Dreamer,
so Tommy Dreamer got wind of that, fucking called him out on it, all that.
What the fuck
guys weren't getting properly paid in ECW. Well, one thing led to another. Doors got closed, and then he saw Paul Heyman was now commentating next to JR on WWE programs. Well, he said that the day of WrestleMania 17, so the day of WrestleMania 17 at the Astrodome,
right.
He was right across the street at like a gymnasium or like a block over, he said, and he was working like just an indie event, like, just staying afloat during that time because he said the WWE, JR specifically, was like, we got to roll for you, but there's just too many of you guys. We got to bring you in at our own pace here. We can't just throw you guys all on TV at the same time type shit.
Right.
So, like, your moment will come, but, like, get out there, keep getting your money.
Right.
We'll call you when we're ready type shit. But Tommy Dreamer at the time was drunk and all that. Well, he was at the event, and then after the event...
took that as a...
Why didn't you pick me first?
Or not even that, as a... That's their polite way of saying... Sorry, but no. Like, hey, yeah, we got a spot for you, but not yet. That's like a polite way of being like, I appreciate your work, but... And
then, like, the way he was making it sound like it was like he'd call back and it'd just be like the same answer every time.
So, yeah.
Well, it was the day of WrestleMania 17. He's across the street working the indie event. Indie event's over. He's celebrating. It's getting ready for WrestleMania to come on. And he learns, as he's getting all boozed up, that there's an open... carry or some sort of policy at the time in Texas to where like he could literally walk into the venue with a gun as long as it's permit, you're good.
Yeah.
And Tommy Dreamer had that. So what he was going to do, and this is where I was like, hold on, what did he just say? He said that he was so fed up and just so pissed off that, Paul Heyman, he felt like he got fucked over and he never got like a red cent from Paulie, all that. He said that he was actually going to walk in the venue, get a ticket, or just sneak into the venue, however, go down, jump the ramp, shoot Paul Heyman in the back of the head, do his pose, and shoot himself. And I'm like, Chris Benoit even would have been like, God damn. Like, that's a step up for me, bud.
That's a WWE goddamn WrestleMania moment.
I started thinking about that. I was like, where were you at WrestleMania 20? No, I'm kidding. Next time there's a bad WrestleMania, I'm going to be like, Tommy, get out there.
The time is now.
But no, WrestleMania 17.
Holy shit.
That whole night would have been so fucked up. Like, that's much crazier than Owen Hart. Like, I started actually thinking about that, and like, I just imagined like, oh, this is my first ever pay-per-view that I've ever got. Like, how fucking cool. And how my dad would have reacted if he's like, Tommy Dreamer just jumped the barricade and shoots Paul Heyman, and I'd be like, whoa, this pay-per-view's crazy.
How'd they fake that? Dad,
No.
they really thought of
Hey, Dad, I thought you said this was fake. That's his goddamn brain on the announcer table.
That's a lot of
Paul
blood.
Heyman's head just pulled a JFK live on pay-per-view.
That's a lot of blood for me to fake.
Hey, at least we don't have to have any struggle in identifying the shooter.
He's in the ring.
I always say this too, murder-suicide. Best case scenario for the murderer.
Oh, yeah.
You never get to try.
Oh, yeah.
It's a one and done.
Hold on. Getting away scot-free. Getting away without getting caught for your crime is the best case scenario.
There, you ain't getting away with that one.
Well, that's what I mean. So, like, situational.
Now, that would show how entertaining the match is.
Public assassination, murder-suicide is best case scenario.
Honestly, Vince
For a
McMahon.
mass public assassination.
Now, you know what makes this whole thing funnier, though?
Wow.
Is that Vince McMahon for sure would have been like, just get a couple towels and the show goes on. The TLC match is up next. Somebody get out here with a wet washcloth. And maybe
who's got a hose?
an able body to carry Paul out.
We need a few bodies. Who's got the stretcher?
God, that is just hilarious to me, though.
Just take him to the hospital.
What a pay-per-view that would have been.
God damn.
I started thinking about that, too. Like, what if, like, right when Linda kicked Vince in the nuts, Paul Heyman shot. Like, double whammy. You're like, whoa, was that part of the show?
That would have been the end of WWE.
Vince would have been looking like, oh, my God.
What the fuck did I do? Wow.
He'd just be glad he jumped and shot Paul. He's like, that's why I hired him in the first place. That's my decoy.
Oh, I was supposed to announce tonight.
I just want to ask Tommy Dreamer, so other than that, how'd you like the pay-per-view? But he ended up saying, he was like, you know,
enjoyed it.
He ended up saying at the time, he's like, I got close to doing it. And he's like, I just went back to my hotel room and stewed on it the whole time. But I'm like, damn if that wouldn't have been wild, though. You know what I mean? Fucking Paul Heyman getting shot dead. WrestleMania 17. Most notable, memorable WrestleMania of all time.
Just good thing he didn't have an 8-ball that night.
Oh, he would have been done.
Then
he would have saw the gimmick battle royal when Sandman came out.
It would have been like, he would have been in his hotel room like, all right, no, I'm not going to do it.
Thank God.
I might do it.
And
4 or 5 lines later.
He's looking at like all of his buddies on the card too. He's just looking at them all. He's like, okay. Dudley Boys, all right. RVD, okay. Then he sees the Sandman come out during the gimmick battle royal.
That's fucking it.
He's like, that's it. All this guy does is bang beers on his head and swing the kendo stick around. Fuck.
I can fucking do that. I can do you one better.
But yeah, Tommy Dreamer, man, what a guy, what a name, what a legend. ECW icon for sure.
For sure.
Fucking crazy, though. See, I knew this would have us in a laughing zone today, all this fucking crazy shit. But yeah, no, thank God.
He didn't do it.
Thank God Tommy Dreamer didn't do that.
That's why we can make jokes of it. Because he didn't do it.
Yeah, I mean, like, even he was kind of like a little chuckly.
That's a fucked up thing I thought of.
JR's face, though, when he said that, was like, I was sitting right next to Paul.
No, you're good, dog. Don't worry, you're safe.
Yeah,
just Paul.
Vince for sure would have been like, yeah, no, show goes.
Yeah, you would have brains on you, but it would have been, you were fine.
Hey, Jackie Kennedy seemed to be fine. Jackie Kennedy with John's brains.
No, I know.
Back and to the left.
I'm aware.
Grassy knoll. What would Tommy Dreamer's grassy knoll have been? The ring bell?
Did you see the video? This is like going wide left right now. The video of her after he gets shot. How she like crawls to the back.
Jackie.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you slow it down, the driver turns around, and it looks like he could possibly be one of the shooters. So So conspiracy-wise, people were like, "Oh, she's doing that to grab brain or like collect,"
which is a
matter.
weird thing to do.
Yeah, or would she be climbing to the back to get away from a shooter? That sounds more reasonable. You gotta slide off the back of a car, like that, or sit in the back seat where she just saw her husband get shot by a driver.
No matter how much you love somebody, you probably shouldn't be scooping their brain. Like that just sounds bad.
There's no surgery for that one. I'm sorry to say it.
Let's just stitch you up here, bud. Oh, there goes your memory. Let me.
Is this the left or the right side?
Let me see if I can at least give you some cognitive. Oh no, that slipped through my fingers too. You're a vegetable, my guy.
You're actually not even breathing.
Yeah, you're dead.
Yeah. You are a Build-A-Bear.
That's fucked. Build-A-Bear body. Bitch built like a Build-A-Bear. She ain't got no brains. Alrighty. So that leaves us with one more. Shout out Tommy Dreamer for not killing Paul Heyman. But that leaves us. And himself. That would have been also fucked up. And then he ended up having a great WWE run. So, and he was also partially responsible for pitching ECW One Night Stand. Which that's cool.
He's a legend.
And also another good thing to note, he
he
finally did squash the beef with Paul. He finally squashed the beef with Paul.
He's just keeping it 100. We all got demons. We've all had thoughts.
Yeah. And like you said, we can all laugh about it because it's like you didn't fucking do it.
Luckily.
But my God, I knew as soon as I told you that it was gonna be fucking hilarious.
Oh man.
So now to dive into some more funny shit.
Where would Vince put that in the moment?
Oh,
top 5.
That would be holy shit, holy shit, holy shit chant. Or it'd be even more fucked up though. They chanted, "This is awesome."
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Hey, that one hell of a promo. No. One hell of a.
He really did it. He really did it.
That'd be fucked up too. Well, speaking of some more funny shit, normally I would lead this topic with new music reviews, but because I feel like that takes a backseat to this, let's dive right into.
Sorry, that was my reviews.
We're gonna do this portion of the show, this segment we're gonna call "Where's the Beef?" Because we got some beef going on, especially some DJ beef. So get yourself a fork, get yourself a plate.
What's beef?
Oh, I wish I could remember that bar. Yeah. But I wish I could remember that bar. But which one do you want to lead with?
Just some drama.
You want to lead with drama? Yeah. Let's lead with drama. So I believe it was Sunday afternoon, or maybe it was Monday afternoon. Monday afternoon sounds more like it. Tweet was posted, which I actually ended up saving one of the phone numbers that was leaked in that group chat and texted it. Shot my shot,
Got to. Fuck it.
But I have no idea who that was. Could have been Drake for all I know. It was a 404 though. I do know that.
Don't care.
But could have been.
We'll get a response one day.
Maybe. I did see it delivered right away.
One day.
But so DJ Drama, to walk us through it, DJ Drama, he had an interview where this all started. He had an interview where they asked him, "Who do you believe is the Jay-Z of this generation?"
He was set up,
and complete setup, but he fell for it.
So
They asked Meek or Drake.
You're given a multiple choice with Drake, Meek Mill,
Kendrick and J. Cole.
And J. Cole. Who's the Jay-Z of those? A businessman who's a mogul. Out of those 4, who's the most businessman mogul? Correct answer.
Drake.
Yes. Could they all be businessmen and moguls? Yes. Who's the biggest, best out of those 4? Drake.
Yeah.
Like, that's just...
And, like, my thing with that is...
But obviously, like, you're going to feel some type of way.
Yeah, and you got to remember, too, that DJ Drama was at the epicenter of that whole Meek-Drake beef when it started way back in fucking whatever year that was. So it's like, it's definitely been building. Like, it looked like it was squashed for a while. But then it looks like here's another thing that happened from one of the sides. Yeah, so DJ Drama was trying to do an album rollout when he dropped that album back in March, which I thought was a solid album overall. But neither here nor there. He wanted to do a Tiny Desk show. Well, one of the people that he wanted on the Tiny Desk show to really make this work, apparently, was Meek Mill. Into which he waited to what looks like the last minute and said, "Look, I need 48 hours for you to confirm by that deadline if you can do it or not. Into which he spammed him, and then finally Meek about an hour before was like, yeah, sorry, can't do it.
Got
sorry,
back
no
to him
go.
within 48 hours, though.
So it's like there's two different ways I guess you can look at that, depending on the perspective. But that was another key component of the beef. Correct. And then now it's spilled out into which Meek leaked a text that makes it look like DJ Drama was trying to hit up one of Meek's girls.
Hey.
So that's everything everything on the plate that fueled this beef.
When you shoot your shot, though, any DMs, that's a risky run.
I mean, this is one of those beefs where
you never know who's talking to who.
See, I like to call Meek Mill Tweet Mill because he was popping off some funny ass fucking tweets about the whole situation, which makes it kind of almost hard to like take it serious. I mean, I always take beefs with a grain of salt, anyways, because it's like, where's this beef really gonna go? The one guy don't rap. So he's not going to do that.
Because he gets into that.
And then it's like...
Y'all not doing shit.
Yeah, and it's like Meek, I think
Meek pulling up on each other.
Meek's going to keep it at Twitter laughs. Which is like what he tried to do the first time.
Because, from my perspective, how I see things, how I see it, I would be laughing at it too if I was Meek. Like, what, you're mad because you asked me for a yes or no question? And I responded to you, and then he leaked like 8 texts, like 8 screenshots. And I said no to you, so you got a little upset and sensitive that I said no, and now your Tiny Desk episode. What you needed me on this Tiny Desk episode to be a big hit, or
yeah, because then apparently
why is it all of a sudden if I don't get Meek on it, this isn't gonna work well? Aren't you solidified as your own person?
Yeah, because he never got to do it either. Yeah, because like something had to fall out with it.
Like I was telling you before, like I'm like he could have hit up Meek. All right, you could have hit him up a week before, not 48 hours. And then Meek probably has to hit people up to see if it could get cleared, if he could make it the scheduled visit all of a sudden.
It's true.
And then he could have been busy at the time, so he didn't see a text for a couple hours. So we're already cutting into this deadline that you already have on a restriction.
And it's like, why would you bet the whole operation on
That's what I mean. And it's like, okay, that's cool if you did, but you better have a goddamn backup plan. At least.
That's a good point. Like, you can't blame that whole fuck up.
You asked me for a yes or no, and I said no, sorry.
Because, I mean, as you know, I love both of those guys. I love both sides. So, you know, I don't want to make it sound like I'm swaying too. I do see both points. Like, I do think both guys kind of have some similar points. But to go with what you just said, I do agree. Like, you know, you
can't blame Meek for
and then have a no. Yeah, like you can't put the whole blame on Meek. You got to also be partially responsible.
Was this episode supposed to be DJ Drama and Meek Mill?
No.
Okay. So you can't put any blame on Meek Mill. You asked Meek Mill for a yes or no. He said no. Within your time restriction that you said, I need 48 hours. I need your answer within 48 hours. I got back to you within your time.
And I think that's why in that one interview, he like kind of, like I could see how Meek was taking it. Like, okay, granted, yes, you just said Drake. You don't have to slander me though. You know, like I see that too though. Like,
oh yeah, like,
you could have just left it at that. Like you didn't have to.
He knew.
It can't be Meek. Okay, well you didn't have to go that. Like you didn't have to go that route.
Yeah, that's when Meek's like, all right, let's go with it.
And then that's when he went to Twitter because the interview came out, and that's when he went to Twitter and was like, all right, I'm Aaron. I'm going Tweet Mill, baby.
If you want to be petty, we can be petty, my guy.
Oh, he went like this. He went, here they come.
He said
Tweet Mill.
He said he did it. He did it. Let's go.
He fucking put a bib on before he started that beef.
He said we about to eat.
He's like, DJ Drama isn't going to go back to back on me.
He might have these beats, but
I don't even have a tour going on. I'm fine.
I'm good.
But no, I really truthfully believe this will just be something that next month we'll just all forget about. But it did seem to be something that people have been talking about this week. Supposedly DJ Drama was trying to get somebody to like kind of a little riled up at me, probably Jack Harlow. They never gave a name, but Jack was probably like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
like, you know, like if you're going to just do it in your own way, do the Twitter shit.
It's like, I mean, a young boy.
Like I think that'd be funny if DJ Drama and Meek just keep it at the Twitter shit, but then squash the beef. Like actually get it squashed.
But what's the beef? You got mad at me for saying no?
Honestly, if I were to trace this all the way back to the beginning, I don't think they ever really squashed all that shit from the Drake Meek shit. Which I'm trying to remember.
Move on from it. Like
Drama's affiliation with that
they
was
moved
weird.
on peacefully in the past 4 years until this.
What was Drama's affiliation with that?
But you know what I mean?
Oh, DJ Drama leaked the fucking the Quentin Miller reference track to Know Yourself. That's what he did. Think is how that went. Think that's how that went.
just like...
Or maybe he sent it
but they were all
to Meek and Meek leaked it. I forget.
But they were peaceful since then, basically, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, but now it seems like...
And like, oh, so now I said no. You want to be in your feelings. All right, DJ.
And like, I feel like that...
Yeah.
I feel like it's much more than just that tiny desk. Because like, I look at it this way. Like, yeah, he was like, oh, it fucked up my rollout. It fucked up my rollout. Granted,
Why?
Tiny Desk is a great platform.
No, why?
Like it.
Why is Meek? Why is?
But okay,
Meek
say he got the
Tiny Desk virtually the critical point of your rollout.
I agree, and
that shouldn't be. That's a horrible rollout, DJ Drama. You fucked up.
Like, yeah, I mean, Tiny Desk. Don't get me wrong. As I was saying, it's a great platform, amazing platform. I'm sure. Yes, streams would have went up, but not significantly to notice the difference. Like. Yeah, it would have been cool. Just sure, it would have been cool. DJ Drama, Meek Mill, Tiny Desk. Would have been fun. Cool.
But he wasn't obligated.
I don't need that. Like, yeah, I don't think anybody was like, motherfucker.
But no,
we're never going to get that.
It was never contractually obligated for it to be DJ Drama and Meek Mill.
Yeah, and it's not even like Meek would be doing his,
it was like his
dreams and nightmares and shit. Like, it's not even like he'd be doing that. Hey, if he did the intro live at Tiny Desk, now that would make me be like, fuck, that would be cool. But at the same time, he would have been doing the drama records.
But it'd be totally different if Tiny Desk came out and said, oh, 2 months from now.
You know what? It just hit me. You know what they were probably going to do? They were probably going to do the 20 to 25 minute showtime. And they were probably going to do the new joint. And then they were going to probably go back and do Meek's mixtape songs. That DJ Drama also hosted those mixtapes.
I don't care. Like, it's not like Tiny Desk came out and says, like, oh, 2 months, we got DJ Drama and Meek Mill coming on for an episode. No, it was Tiny Desk with DJ Drama.
And friends, whoever he chose to bring.
Exactly. So he had... Where was your fucking backup plan?
Didn't look like there was one because he pulled the plug on the whole thing.
Exactly. So, like, you can't blame Meek for being... Oh, 48 hours, you need me to make a flight and I'm in France right now? You got me fucked up, bruh. I literally can't make it. Like, even if I left right now to get to the airport to fly back, I gotta make this flight to that flight, then get through customs, and then do this, and then I make it to New York, and I'm an hour late to the show. Sorry.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit, like it would have made him
turn into a whole rush thing. I literally can't make it. Like, that could have been a scenario.
But, I mean, yeah, because like I see what you mean. Like, what the deadline was it? Like, did we have to be there? Did they just need confirmation? Like,
exactly.
Like, what was it? Yeah, I mean, either way, it's fucking.
I can't put anything on blame on Meek for because it was never contractually obligated. DJ.
I think Meek's Twitter is hilarious.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Is like that's why he can be so petty. Because like, you're mad at me because you asked me to do something and I couldn't. So okay, you be a real petty, bro. So I'll stoop to that level too. I'm the best at it. Like,
and then I don't know exactly how the bitch got tied into it, but supposedly there was a girl in there somewhere.
Meek's like, oh, you want to be petty about shit? Look, you saw it in this bitch DMs that I'm fucking right now.
Oh yeah.
Look, I'm with her right now.
You really did just say that in basic terms, like easiest, like quick way to summarize it, but I guess it does kind of have that. She just brought me
McDonald's. Look at you. Ain't that you in her messages right here?
Damn.
And she just went to town.
DJ Drama. I love you, man. I do love you, DJ Drama, but
should have had a backup plan.
That I think he did walk away the scathed one, so to speak. Like a little scathed.
It was literally like how I would see it is like if it would be like an animal in the wild sneaking up on a different animal, and then like as soon as he was about to pounce, he realized that motherfucker was big as hell. I was like, oh shit, never mind, I fucked up. Like, and but the other animal turned around in time to see him sneaking up. So he was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, you right. Yeah, that's my fault."
That's a crazy comparison. I like where you went on that, though.
But like that, like Meek's like, "You really want to do this? Okay, let's do this. This bitch is probably McDonald's, and
those trigger fingers turned to Twitter fingers real quick.
And he great at it. Y'all should have known from Drake.
Drake even acknowledged his greatness on that. Nobody can tweet like Tweet Mill, let me tell you.
That's what I mean. So
he
like,
fucking
why would you try to be
bow,
like,
send, screenshot, bow, send. Like
cool, get in your feelings, but don't air it out. Because Meek will not air it out. Cool, air out this bitch's DMs. Look,
they really put the drama in DJ drama.
Like he said, you want to air shit out. Like,
well, speaking of some shit and shit getting aired out, as we're talking about beef, we still got our bibs on. DJ Envy and Rick Ross beef. It's been going on now for about 3 weeks. Yeah. I haven't talked about it yet, but it got so crazy this week, I figured since we're talking about drama, we might as well bring it up. Because now Gunplay got involved. Check your calendars, guys. A name from yesteryear. Gunplay got involved. For those that don't know who Gunplay is, which I'm sure most don't anymore, but he was a part of the original Double MG crew, Maybach Music Group. Which, what an era that was. But,
wow.
So to walk us through this beef from the gist that I got from all of it, try to make the long story short, but probably end up making it long anyways. So DJ Envy was talking about Rick Ross's car show or whatever, his house car show thing that he was going to throw. And somewhere in there, he ends up talking about like, oh, you know, it's probably going to get canceled. Like Rick Ross doesn't have permits. Like Rick Ross tries to do all these things. And it just kind of did come off a little bit. Like I could see where Rick Ross could be like, damn, yeah, you're kind of hating in and out like a little bit.
Because at the end of the day, if it's your property, like Rick Ross has a huge ass estate.
Rick Ross, though, is soon like it was literally like 2 days after that. It was like Rick Ross gets the permit and the house show is going to be a huge success. Like tickets immediately sold out. Well, Ross being Ross, who, as I just said, Meek might be the king of Twitter. Rick Ross might be the Instagram king, at least on the story, because his shit is funny as
50
fuck.
Cent might be that.
But at least for the stories for me.
All right.
So Rick Ross goes on IG Live, high as a kite, laughing his ass off, sipping fucking Don, whatever the fuck.
I love it. Be petty back.
Yes.
Like Ed Sheeran in court. And shout out everyone.
And I do want to make one thing clear with this beef, too.
Don't be the first one to be petty.
Besides the gunplay part, all of this is actually very lighthearted beef because they're both having fun with it. And, like, you'll see where it goes. So, like, for those that haven't kept up with it. So, Rick Ross, he goes on IG Live. He trolls the fuck out of Envy. Tells him, like, oh, you're going to let Angela Yee lead the show and have a more successful show. Like, you know, just throwing a little shot back. So then they trade back and forth a couple times more. And DJ Envy starts going off on him being like a correctionals officer and shit. Like, that's what he used to be. Former, yeah. So then Rick Ross sets up a table in his living room and a whole fucking crew and sets up 2 cardboard cutouts of like Charlemagne and the co-host and dresses up as DJ Envy and starts trying to do the intro and like nails all of Envy's mannerisms. I gotta give him that. Like DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlemagne the Guy, we are the Breakfast Club, and it's a Monday morning. Like just starts nailing it. And he's like, then he like goes into the singer. He's like, I let my wife take pictures of my, what does he say? He's like, I let my wife take pictures of her feet and send it to random guys on the internet. And here's the wham bam traffic. And it's like, oh my God, scorching him. So then DJ Envy goes live the next day on the Breakfast Club. And Charlemagne the God starts out there and goes, oh my God. And the camera pans to Envy and he's dressed up as a cop, as like a former correctionals officer. And he starts going off on Ross. But now here's where it just takes a little slight twist and a turn. So as he's going off on Ross, he's trying to do the Rick Ross voice and shit. I'm not going to go for it. I couldn't nail it if I tried. But so he's doing Rick Ross voice. He's nailing it too, though. Like he's really doing it really well. Like, even Charlemagne's fucking cutting up, busting up. Well, he ends up saying like, oh, I put on for my family. Like, you know, all this shit. And it turns into him being like, well, Gunplay. He goes, you know, you ride for your family. He's like, well, Gunplay just put out a GoFundMe for a sick kid and like all that. Well, where it takes that slight twist is then Gunplay hops in.
I saw that.
And posted a leaked phone call that he wasn't really supposed to leak it. Like DJ Envy, when he ended up talking about it, said him and Charlemagne were under the impression that it was a private phone call. But Gunplay kind of like tried to air him out. And he's like, I can come up there and slap the shit out of you.
Yeah.
So Gunplay's whole thing with it was, why the fuck did you just air that out to everybody?
That wasn't anyone's business to know my daughter was sick.
And yeah, and Rick Ross then, when he went back live, like amidst all that, he goes, Envy, he's like, we're having fun. Like, we're trading back and forth. He's like, we don't need to bring that stuff. Like, let's not bring other people into it. Let's just keep it at me and you, We're having fun. Keep it me and you type shit.
Yeah.
But looks like, though,
like
that
when
DJ Envy, for what it's worth, I am a fan. He did apologize publicly, and even over that phone call, you can hear him go, if he goes, if that was how you took it, he goes, I do apologize. I didn't mean to air it out. He goes, it was kind of in the moment. He's like, I didn't mean it like that. He's like, I just mean like Ross didn't, lend the help.
Who said he didn't? Who said Ross didn't even know? Yet. That's what it means. Is like it's not your business to.
And as Gunplay, I'm sure what makes that embarrassing is, I had a very successful run with MMG, and now you're talking about how I had to throw a GoFundMe. That's not cool. Like I see how that's like. You don't need to pocket check me randomly. Like Gunplay caught the wildest sneak diss of all time.
That's what it is. It's like, so Ross started throwing these jabs, and you got sensitive, so you had to come out of left field and out of pocket to hit him, try to hit him where it hurts. But in reality, you just created an enemy. Because now Gunplay will never trust you.
Yeah.
Like, never.
We're definitely never getting Rick Ross on the Breakfast Club, I don't think. That'd be fucking crazy. But watching those two do it face to face,
like, bro, like, you just. So, my fault. It was in the heat of the moment. So, you going to air people's private business out when you get under pressure from some jokes. Why would I tell you anything private again? When you are a host of a very public and dominant
radio show
where you talk and get joked on.
Yeah. I mean,
like, get the fuck out of here.
A lot of that beef has been entertaining. It was that slight turn that was like, fuck. Now we just brought a sick kid into it. Like, we didn't need to go that route.
What? Because Rick Ross started winning some joke battles. You had to
that one where he popped off. He's like, you let your wife sell her feet, take pictures of her feet.
Right, he won.
Oh shit,
he won.
Yeah, that was is that a world tour, your girls tour type shit?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
So now he had to come back.
And it was funny. And then if you saw the rant, like it was funny. And then it's like once he gets going and he realizes that he's getting Charlemagne to laugh. Well, you've been in that situation. We all have. You're like, they're laughing with me. Fuck yeah. Let me see what else I bet
they all stopped laughing.
I think Charlemagne was the one that goes, hold on now, Envy. Hold on.
Exactly.
Like hold on. Like,
cross the line.
Yeah, he does like, hold on. Like, I think there was something like that. Like, oh shit. Like, because you can tell too, Charlemagne was laughing, and then all of a sudden he's like, whoa.
And we've all had that moment. But that's what separates.
Sometimes you do got to check your buddy when you feel like the line, like
the war in high school or whatever. That's what separates you becoming a finalist for class clown or class stooge.
Yeah, like
knowing when to stop at that line, but knowing there's a fine line to walk. To where,
and I've been the guy that's danced on it many times.
On both sides.
Yeah. Hey,
both sides.
Anybody that went to Menor, if you know the Sparkle cheerleaders, I got nothing but love and apologies for all those people now. But at that time,
to win class,
I crossed that line.
To win a class clown, you've had to have moments to where you realize, like, all right, that's where I stop.
Oh, that's too far. Like
you've had to be a actual,
and you gotta also know too.
You gotta know how to work the room.
That and like, what is this funny or is it just like what I would call like cheap heat funny? Like, I can say some fucked up shit and get people to laugh.
Is this a joking jab or is this a personal stab? That's what the difference.
Yes,
and that was a personal stab. Like the man's family is already down and out right now.
And you're like, oh, you can't even help him. Like,
what'd you do, bro? What'd you do? You play anything that GoFundMe? So why the fuck you talking? And like, I bet he did now.
And Gunplay mentioned too, like it was like, oh, he was also getting like pressure from his girl, being like, yo, like what the fuck did we just get our shit aired out for? Like, so I honestly hope, again, as I'll always say with any of these beefs, I just hope keep it at. Hopefully it gets squashed. It seems like it kind of did, but but then the phone call got leaked and posted. I don't really know where it went from there. But I just hope that if Envy and Ross do continue the back and forth, that they keep it just with the light shit. I also think
Envy's going to try to stay out of the radar for a while.
I also think that would be a good idea. Maybe we're at the point where it's like we've got all of our laughs. You guys have both did the living room and the thing. Like
that's the I fucked up. I shouldn't blurt out another joke for another couple of days in this class.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that teacher might actually get salty now.
Kind of like
so if I do
almost like they're both at the point where it's like, fuck, this kind of went too far.
Well,
like now it's like your wife got brought into it.
Now, like
my friend's sick kid got brought into it. Like now it's not funny.
Envy doesn't stay off the radar and like keeps throwing and gets in the heat of the moment again, slips up again. He will come up there and slap the shit out of him.
Now that I think too, because like he even and
he don't give a fuck.
Gunplay.
He's not
shit. He would. I actually do believe. And like
now you're talking
when he says that
you're not even talking about me as a man. You're talking about my child.
And when he says that on the phone too, DJ Envy doubles back big time because he goes, "Well," he's like, "Let's not go there." He's like, "We don't need to do that." He's like,
so now it's like
He's like, "Well, I can come up there and slap the shit out of you though." And he's like, "Oh," he's like, "I know, and we can fight." He's like, "But I don't want to do that." Like,
it ain't gonna be a fight. Oh, shit. No disrespect to Envy.
You think Gunplay would work him? I didn't want to say it.
It's not even because now you're fighting with.
I like DJ Envy. I like Gunplay,
but he's also fighting with a different attitude. You aired out my daughter's personal.
Now you got my girl pissed and all that.
No, I don't give a fuck about that. That's my daughter, my child. So I'm her protector, as her parent.
And people know Gunplay as like you don't. You fuck
just put her business out there. She can't fight for herself. She's also sick.
But he can.
Now. I'm gonna whoop your ass twice now. Once for her, and once for being her dad, and I got to.
I really do truthfully believe, too, that he would
whoop his ass.
All love Envy.
And it started with a backhand slap as a bitch smack.
Start the drinking before we dive into this next thing.
What'd you just say?
Got a Luke Combs beer.
You're going to smack the shit out of that man. And then whoop on him.
But let's hope it doesn't come to blows.
But that's why Envy's going to stay off the radar.
Yeah.
So his joking days, class clown days are done for the next.
At least on pause days. For a while.
Next 5 school days.
Let Charlemagne be the one who does most of the talking again. You ruined it, Envy. You fucking ruined it.
You got to go back to the drawing board.
You actually did word that really well, though. Something I just wanted to go back to before we dive into new music reviews and close out. But you did make a good point, though, with the class comparison. It was like DJ Envy was really funny. Like, it was like, whoa, I never knew he could be this funny.
You had us. You had the whole class laughing.
And then it was like, oh.
And then you just had to cross the line.
You were like, damn it.
You had to bring in a child, but then personal matters from someone who wasn't in the jokes originally.
And you were, like, 2 weeks really being funny. Like, put it...
Because you got...
For example, I hadn't watched The Breakfast Club like that, like, religiously in a while. And I was tuned in. I was like, this shit's funny. I'm cracking up at work and shit. And then it's like, oh, damn. DJ Envy, that's why you weren't meant to talk that much.
Got in his feelings.
And see, Charlemagne, you know him. He doesn't have feelings to even get into. Like, I remember when Birdman was going off on him, he goes, what are you going off on me for? He goes, I'm the radio guy.
But it's like, you didn't go after Rick Ross's wife. Like how he went after his wife for selling feet pics.
You went straight for the sick kid.
You went for...
Kind of like how Pusha T went right straight for 40's MS.
No, you went for one of his former members and affiliates. Sick kid. It's not even his sick kid.
You completely dragged somebody else into it.
Personal business aired out for...
That wasn't public knowledge either. Like, it wasn't like Gunplay posted the GoFundMe.
Because you're sensitive. Because you got in your feelings, DJ. Huh. Yeah, you need to sit a few out.
Well,
he needs to go sit in the corner.
Let's hope both DJ Drama and DJ Envy and Meek Mill and Rick Ross and Gunplay, which, by the way, just want to also mention, much love and good energy to Gunplay, and hopefully his kid beats whatever disease she has, whatever they're battling. Big faith that they overcome it. And hopefully this all ends as peacefully as possible with
fuck Envy.
No violence. Just keep it at the fuck thems. But
Envy. Just fuck Envy.
So to talk new music.
That's some rat shit though.
Oh, just bringing up shit like that?
Under pressure. in a sense, like, oh,
right in the middle of a rant, just let it slide.
You just fall. Why'd you let this? So like in a different interview on I believe it was Breakfast Club, way back, Dirk and Vaughn. Vaughn being young, started talking a little bit, blah blah. Started saying a little bit too much. Dirk. Gives him the nonchalant cough of like, shut the fuck up, you're about to expose
you're in too far, you're in too deep. But
and then Yvonne literally heard it, and then half mid sentence of saying some shit was like, "Oh yeah."
He's like, "Oh shit, can't expose."
Because you might say some shit, but we're not in an environment to just be friendly and cordial. Like,
yeah,
we're not. But they're not at the. You don't do like you. It's just like, oh, okay.
Now let's
fuck empty.
Let's see where it goes, but let's hope it just kind of blows itself over. Yeah. I mean, let's get the love high for the summer. But we got some new tunes to start off June, and by the way, I will have the May playlist posted tomorrow for all my favorite records that dropped in May. And if you want to send me a couple too, I'll throw them in there so it can kind of be like a collab of both of us. But you want to do that? Kind of throw them both in there. So it looks like we definitely had some drops this weekend. However, though, unfortunately, I don't know if it was just weird. Most of it I didn't seem to enjoy, but there was some of the singles that I did really like. My favorite drop of the weekend is actually a single that Saba dropped with No ID. So now it looks like him and No ID are actually going to do a collab because they had dope. Back in Office, which was great. Yeah. And then they just did Human Nature, and they had a video to it too. Yeah. Love that record. Highly recommend y'all check that out.
I haven't checked out any new music lately.
The Human Nature, I'll send that to you too. It's a real quick listen too. It's like 2 minutes. He bars it up. It's good shit. No ID, of course, kills it on the boards. Another single that dropped. I'm not sure if it's a single like for an upcoming album or if it was just a Lucy, but Ty Dolla $ign did drop Motion. And it's more of like a pop joint. Like it's more like, how would I compare it? Like Chris Brown meets Khalid. Like it's like kind of that. But no, I thought it was great hearing Ty. Thought that was a really solid single overall. I enjoyed it. I added it to the library. I don't know how much replay value I'm going to get out of it, but I've listened a couple times. Another single that dropped this weekend. It just didn't make the soundtrack for Spider-Man Across the Universe, but he wanted to release it as a Lucy, so it's cool that they let him do it. Dominic Fike dropped Mona Lisa, which pretty good record from the soundtrack. Yeah. Well, unofficially.
I just can't. Anybody after... I can't... The only song now should be called Mona Lisa is Lil Wayne.
Naming another record Mona Lisa is not a good idea.
Nah, smart play.
Depends, though. If you want to get free streams, maybe.
No, because I'm going to search it and then see that one. That is fire. Let me play that one real quick.
Another single I wanted to mention before we get to the more mainstream singles. Roy Woods dropped Don't Mind Me, which was a 3-song EP single / thing. So it was more like an EP, really. It was 3 songs. But those 3 are dope. Really like Don't Mind Me, though. I added that. Now to get to the mainstream singles before we talk album. Let's lead with this one. So one of the songs that I actually really did fuck with that dropped this weekend. Like I thought this was a great single. This is also a highly recommend. Okay. Weekend, Playboi Carti, and Madonna. It's called Popular. Yes, we live in a simulation. Yeah. We officially do live in a simulation if you didn't know it already. It's not AI to my knowledge, no. But hearing Carti on there with Madonna was not on my bingo card for 2023, but was a great
I feel that.
Was a great record though. At least I thought. I mean, I'm not gonna let me phrase it. Really solid record. Great. I'll have to sit with it a little bit more, but really liked what did to it. Thought that was a great feature. Playboi Carti, I think, only has like 4 bars, which is part of the hook. But the Carti into Madonna transition's pretty cool. I'll give it that. And then obviously Abel Weekend fucking killed it. Bars. I just don't know though if this is a single for an upcoming album. I know that he mentioned.
What is this for?
I know he mentioned it not too long ago that this might be his last like run as The Weeknd because he felt like he said everything he needed to or something as The Weeknd.
I did see that.
But no, I'm glad we got the Popular record. Pretty dope. I'm sure it'll be sure it'll get a lot of streams this weekend.
Some names.
Yeah, when I first saw Madonna, I'm like, oh, they sampled her, and then I'm like, no, they just used her. Yeah. I was like, wow. And I'm just throwing this out here, complete speculation, but I think the weekend hit. I mean, I think so. I think he did what Drake didn't do. He's like, nah, Madonna, come over here, kiss me on the cheek. I'll give it back. But no, great single. I thought that was dope. Now, this next one, single-wise, is something that I was excited to talk about. It kind of changed my perspective a bit, at least for now. Gunna dropped Bread and Butter. And he actually did what I really was hoping that he would do, because if he didn't do it, then I was just going to be like, well, what the fuck? Well, he addressed it.
Yeah.
I believe the bar was something around the range of, paraphrasing here, lawyers and DA pulled some sneaky shit. Next time I'll be more prepared for it. Yeah. Something like that. He said, I never would say anything if... and then he called Young Thug by his real name, I think, and said if he didn't write it or something like that. So, like, it sounded to me, what I got from the record, I added it to my library. I actually thought it was dope. Thought it was cool to hear him rapping like that and actually addressing the shit. The only thing is, though, we need to, like, is that true? Is where I'm at, though.
That's what I'm saying, because that's what...
Like, because, I mean, obviously, I know what the label's telling you. The label's over here telling you, yo, we need a bailout. So it's like, was that a bailout?
And it's the perfect one.
Like, the Young Thug hear that and be like, this guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Lawyer's not going to come out and defute it.
Yeah, especially when there's still the active Thug trial. I don't know, though. I say let's see where it goes. I'm glad that he mentioned it. I'm glad that he spoke on it.
Got to. But at the same time, like you said,
we got to see what the truth is.
Let's see if it holds up.
Yeah.
Time will tell if someone's, like, the paperwork will tell who signed and who wrote what.
And who did what.
Wasn't he also in, like, court on camera saying, answering a judge, is YSL a gang? Yes, ma'am. Yeah,
which it's like,
so
how much, like, was that just like,
so,
like, shit, like, did they put him up to that? Because if we're going by what he said in the record, he's pretty much saying that they pulled some sneaky shit and made him say that shit. That wasn't the original plan.
There was a gun to his head?
No, but maybe if he didn't say those things, they were saying, well, now we don't know when you're going to get out.
That's what you do. That's what...
Which then it's like...
So you ratted.
Like I said, it's like, fuck, we got to see where this thing goes.
Time will tell. Yeah,
time will tell.
I got to sit there? Yeah, like Doug doing. Like you're supposed to do.
But he's just over here.
When you do that, when you do that and are about that shit, that's what you play the cards that you're dealt. And, like, you got to make the bed. Like, you got to sleep in the bed you make.
Yeah.
So, like, he's on camera saying, is YSL a gang? Yes, ma'am. Cool. Your DA and lawyer, I bet they did pull some sneaky shit. But at the same time, they didn't make you say, yes, ma'am.
I mean, as always, you
could have sat in
he's
there.
In that position where he has to do something.
Look at Doug. They are having a very hard time finding jurors. Who says he ever gets a jury? And by then, it could be like, you're holding my client for no reason.
Like, yeah, where's this going? He has a right to a fair trial, and you're not even giving him one.
So, you can only, like, prolong shit for so long. So you got to stand on what you...
Yeah, 10 toes.
I don't, so, like...
Not just 5.
I don't, like, yeah, but they did pull some sneaky shit. That's why you say, I'm not telling shit.
That's where you go, that's what you want me to say today?
Oh, they pulled
hey,
bro, they pulled some sneaky shit, and they about to... Wait, the judge not asking me, were they gay? I don't know. You said yes, ma'am. Sorry, dog, like...
Yeah, fuck.
I don't know if I'm believing your raps right now.
For now, I like the record. Like I said, I'm not ready to... It changed my perspective a little bit, but I'm still on that, like, boy, oh boy, does it not look good for you, buddy.
But that's what... If you're in his shoes, that's what you would have to come out and say.
Yeah. That's the part that I keep getting hung up on, because it's like... I just can't fucking tell if that's genuine.
That's what you have to say to even have a hope.
And he's signed to a major too, so you know the major's telling him, "Yo,
we need people back on your side.
Yeah, we need a bailout. You lost 400,000 Instagram followers. Like
we need
a bailout. Yeah, you need to double back. You need to address this shit."
But you also addressed a judge and said, "Yes, ma'am," to an answer of a question of being, "Is YSL gay?" Yes, ma'am. But you addressed that too, so.
Yeah. He hasn't addressed that yet.
I saw a comparison.
Unless it's the sneaky shit thing.
I saw a comparison that he's our generation's like Rick Ross. So they both do like luxury music, and how like now Gunna is rat snitch, and with Rick Ross being former correctional officer, now he gets that bad look by some people in the game.
He'll always kind of have some people that look at that a little bit. Like,
some people never trust him fully. Because, like they'll fuck with him.
I love Rick Ross though.
But like some businesses, some other people might not do a certain type of business with him, but they still fuck with him and have him at the pool party, the cookout. But some things they're not gonna.
Well, we'll see where it goes. But for it being a single, I thought it was pretty interesting. So now this is where we get a little bit tricky. So some albums came out, and you'll never believe what I think was actually the better album that fucking came out this weekend. But I'm looking at them right in front of me. Hard to Love, Moneybagg Yo. I'm a Moneybagg Yo guy. I'm not like a big fan, but I'm a fan. I only added 2 joints on a 20-track album.
That's tough.
3. I added Hurt Man. I added No Show, and I added F My BM, which is Fuck My Baby Mama. Once we are a week later, and I don't know what the Future feature's not doing for me. I mean, track 2, I saw Moneybagg Yo, Future. They've made records before together that I love. I'm like, okay, Money, put it on. Not it. I'm like, all right, at least not to me.
Man, that shit happens sometimes.
And then he has Dirk on Rock Out, but I really wasn't feeling that one. Glorilla on 19 didn't really do jack shit for me. So Moneybagg Yo album as a whole, I mean, tell me if you like it. Let us know. I wasn't feeling it though. 20 tracks. I gave him a spin.
I'll have to check it out to give a fair opinion, but I didn't.
For my rock fans, saw Foo Fighters dropped. But now here's another album I wanted to go in on. Without coming across as too big of a hater, but Metro Boomin directed the Spider-Verse soundtrack. Or was in charge of producing the Spider-Man soundtrack.
You went and got a bag.
Went and got a bag, and I'm not feeling the album at all.
I mean, all right. So this is where you are falling victim to your expectations not living up to.
Oh, I'm fully aware.
Yeah,
I'm fully aware of this one. What do you
expect for a family film?
So I was under the
soundtrack.
Like, I didn't think about it, to be honest. That
this isn't
like
Black
far.
Panther with Kendrick.
Yeah, and I didn't think about it that far. So like when I was thinking like, oh, I saw Metro Boomin soundtrack. Oh, there's all these cool names on it. I'm like, all right, this is going to be chill. Nas over a Metro beat. This is going to be awesome. And then when I go to the album, I'm like, that's the clean version. Okay, let me go to it. Let me find the unedited. And I'm looking, and I'm like,
there is none.
And then it hit me. I'm like, it's a fucking kids movie. I'm like, shit, it's a PG movie.
Yeah.
So they're not gonna have Offset and Lil Wayne swearing and shit.
But everyone wanted that big ass bag that they were offering.
Which can't blame them for that.
That's why I'm like,
I added one, and that was I added Danger /Spider with Offset and JID. I thought JID did great. But as far as all the other records, I mean, A$AP Rocky on Am I Dreamin' was kind of cool. They overused Lil Uzi on this. Oh, Coi Leray on Self Love. That was a good one.
Okay.
I like that one. 21 Savage and 2 Chainz on Giving Up. They should have gave that one up. I wasn't feeling it.
Damn.
Nas Morales. That might be the worst fucking Nas song I've ever heard.
Damn.
That might be. That might be.
That's a big ass lot of hating.
Nope, I say it with all love. I love Nas, love Metro Boomin. but that might be the worst Nas song I've ever heard. That was terrible.
It's a PG Nas song.
Like, like I
where,
never wanted to hear Nas rap from the perspective of being Spider-Man. That was not what I wanted to hear ever in my fucking life. But no, shout out to Nas. Shout out to everybody on the soundtrack.
Right.
Hopefully people are enjoying it. The production's good.
I probably wouldn't even listen to it. It's PG soundtrack. Like, what am I trying? Like,
yeah, get your bag. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about it. And plus, I'm sure that a lot of the kids
were upset when you heard it.
Hey, as I always say, love Metro Boomin. I can go back and listen to the rest of his discography. I do not have to listen to the soundtrack.
There we go.
But
way to take the high road.
Had to.
Piece of shit album.
Don't know. See, I went over on the ledge on that. Then you say it's a piece of shit. No, it's a dud, though.
I mean, no, it's a PG album. That's what it is. That's a dud to us because we can't hear them go off.
Yeah, and I'm over here. First line I hear of the whole fucking album is Wheezy Carter, feel like Peter Parker. I'm like, come on. I'm like, not the Wheezy Carter, Peter Parker. Come on, that's as bad as popping Zannies dropping panties. We just don't need that. Like, we just don't need that.
My heart, she had to restart it.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Paul Blart's got a large heart. Yeah, you know. And where's Carhartt?
No. He has diabetes.
Oh God. Watch that 4-inch door hinge, you whoringe. No, but
I'll punch you, bro.
Don't start getting me going. Jelly Roll dropped. What's it, Chapel? Oddly enough, I saw that he had a fucking Hulu special that I'll never watch.
Wow.
But shout out to Jelly Roll.
Yeah, but shout out to you, dog.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to
who actually had the best album of the weekend, which as you can tell,
your bullshit.
In fact,
that's what he said.
As you can tell, the bar wasn't really set real high this week on what was my album of the week.
Hey, but he won it.
But for what it's worth, here's your winner.
But you won it.
Tuesday put out Najur. Tuesday, the XXL freshman from last year.
It's like being in elementary school, like, oh, it's my week. Hell yeah, I won. Not knowing it's a rotation.
Honestly, if I was like giving out awards this week, I'd be like, Tuesday, I just want to let you know this is basically a participation.
But that's what I mean. Is that the teacher had a set rotation, so every kid got.
Hey, at least you had 3 good songs. Everybody else couldn't even barely get one.
And one was a Metro Boomin album.
Yeah, and you're in good company. Metro Moneybag Yo, I don't know what that
album.
was.
Metro PG
and then Metro Boomin's Kitty
booming.
album.
It wasn't booming.
It sounded like they all recorded that in a fucking inflatable house. Little inflatable bouncy house.
It's outside the universe, bro. Multiverse. The fuck do you expect? There's some shit from Mars.
But just for fun, I saw that Mango sent into the chat a song that was Tuesday and 21. I'm like, Tuesday, where in the fuck have I heard that name? I'm like, oh, that's the TikTok guy. Because he has that song, favorite song, that's been remixed like a bunch.
Is this AI? Is this fucking AI? Are you bullshitting me?
This is not AI. But
bullshitting me?
At least I don't know. I've never met Tuesday. He might be a robot. I don't know.
Damn it.
I don't know. Then again, I've never seen him bleed either.
Getting closer and closer to iRobot, man. I don't like it.
Starting to give off those vibes. But so I listened to that album. And all I knew from him, literally all I knew going in was TikTok guy, got famous this year with the favorite song thing. And I knew that he was an XXL freshman last year, and I hated his cypher verse. So I was like, okay, we got 2 things that I'm going on right here. This is what we're working with.
Starting great.
And I started the album, and honestly, by track 2, I was like, and why was that cypher verse so trash? Because this was actually pretty damn good.
He was like, he was all right. Lil Dicky sucked at freestyling when he first started. He had to do his actual verse first time on Sway,
and like
then the next time on Sway he did actual freestyle, and it was like, look at this man's growth.
Yeah.
So that could be an instance of
the
that
thing
where,
with
like, he just, under the lights at that moment,
that's
he wasn't that cipher. He like not froze, but dropped the ball.
Which I'll be honest, and this is I'm not the old head hater, but a lot of the new generation seems to really struggle with those ciphers. Speaking of which, we haven't seen the XXL freshman list yet, and I voted on that sucker 2 months ago.
How many new age people are in a social environment where they just have a freestyle session these days.
That's true. And you don't want to freestyle in front of the bitches because that's how you scare the hoes.
Bruh, I used to be in a minivan.
Fun fact, don't be the guy who tries to all of a sudden start a rap battle of some kind or kicking bars in front of the females. Don't do it.
Do what you want, actually.
I'm a married man. I still don't do that shit.
Do what you want. You know what? Do what you want.
Just a good way to scare them away. Remember I said that.
Just take that with knowledge.
All of a sudden, the lift that was supposed to get there in 2 hours is there in 20 minutes. Remember I said.
I was in a minivan with 1, 2, 3, 6 people. Like, we would pack a minivan to smoke and go route. Have 6 blunts, 1 per person, basically. But I was the only one that didn't freestyle.
I think I actually kicked some bars one time in the fucking...
In the minivan.
Yeah. Like, in the whip with y'all.
So, like, that was an everyday thing, though. Was we route and then you get back to the house and usually put on a YouTube freestyle or YouTube beat. And, like, the freestyles didn't end. This is what I'm getting at. These days, people don't freestyle. Like, they're just so...
I mean, there is the freestyle, which is the, I wrote this in my phone 30 minutes ago, here you go.
No, that's not freestyle.
I agree. I market it as a freestyle. No. I'm very well aware of this. But it's not really a true freestyle.
No, that's not freestyle.
So, like, that's why whenever I've got called on it, I acknowledge it right away.
If it's written down, it's not freestyle.
I agree.
It could have been you could have had a great bar while freestyling and you write down that bar.
Like, I want to say 95% of the time you hear, like, a radio freestyle or an LA Leakers, I'm at least pretty good at being able to tell when, like...
How smooth is it?
He wrote that before he walked in. Like, you know, he wrote that bitch.
Or there's, like... some of my homies did it. Like, no...
I've actually seen some rappers now on the radio shows where they'll actually pull out their phone.
No shade to, like, the homie, but, like, with freestyle, they would have, like, 1 or 2... fall-safe bars. So, like, if they fucked up or messed up...
Oh, you always got to have your calling cards.
So they would drop back to this one line that, like, no matter what the beat was, what you were rapping about, they would fall back on this, and it would make sense, and they could recatch the beat.
Yeah.
So, like...
refine the flow and melody. And
it was a saver. Like, a saver. So,
a like, bailout, almost.
Yeah,
like,
literally.
Reset. Like...
Exactly. So, like, they all have those things where there's, like, well, it's like, oh, I've heard that before. You know, but I'm not going to be like, oh, that's not freestyle. It's like, no, that's his reset. Okay, realign, fall. And then the rest I know is a freestyle.
Now, see, that's kind of how I've turned into, like,
so, like
when I freestyle now, I'll, like, have a couple bars that I recently wrote that I'm like, oh, if I could work that in there, that'd be cool.
So that's what I was saying.
So, like, sometimes, like, I'll lead with that, and then...
You have a freestyle.
Now I'm just off and swimming.
Right. You start off freestyling, and then you're like, ooh, that fits those 8 bars I had written. So you freestyle, and then you incorporate those 8 bars, and then you're back to freestyle. But, like, that's how I see, like, probably most of the leakers, like, LA Leakers or whatever is now.
Yeah, like, the only one in recent history that I can tell you that seemed like it wasn't written was J. Cole's second half of the Leakers.
I could believe that, though.
Because he even looked, when I watched the video, it was like, all right, you know, like, we usually only do 1 beat. Like, you want to go again? He's like, all right, like, fired up. And, like, it seemed like, yeah, and it seemed like his first couple of bars was, like, how we mentioned that, like, the first couple of bars was, like,
slower.
So it seemed like he started freestyling right after he did that thing where he's like, this chopper gonna spin you around like a judge on The Voice. And then he, like, gets into, like, this killer relentless, I'm sick of it. Yeah, and then it's like, oh, shit, okay, like, now he's off and running.
He
wanted to do that chopper gonna spin you around like a judge on The Voice. Like, he didn't just think of that on the spot.
Yeah, that's his bailout bar, in a sense. That's a bar you can put on any beat, but you can catch the beat with that bar. Because you could say the words differently.
And he knows once he gets that bar off, that now he's created that little pocket to where now he can pick up and go again as everybody's going, oh, that's a bar! Yeah, like, holy shit.
But with that bar, he's able to catch the beat and be like, all right, let me figure out how I want to go about this.
Yeah. Which, love that freestyle too, by the way. That's actually got replay value in my book.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the Tuesday album, I know he's got the favorite song featuring Future, Toxic Version. I actually thought that was really good. Mon Khalid was all right too. However, though, before we get off that album, there was one thing I did want to mention. It's called Interlude. Yeah, just Interlude featuring Wallow 267. So I'm listening to him the whole album. He does the melodic shit. He does some straight rap shit. Mm-hmm. Thoroughly was impressed by the kid. I was like, wow, I didn't know he had it in him. But it gets to the interlude. He tried to go Kendrick Lamar on Auntie's Diaries to a whole nother level. So, like, keep in mind, you're hearing, like, about guns and drugs, you know, all that good shit that you want to hear in your good old hip-hop.
And then just switch up.
And then right in the middle of interlude, you just hear, I was age 8, I was raped. And I'm like, whoa, 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 hold on, bud. And, like, by the time I could even process that, he's talking about, yeah, you think my mama had to suck and fuck just for a crib. I'm like, all right, bud.
Immortal Technique.
You were just talking to me about Percocet and Sticks last record.
You went to Immortal Technique.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck?
You went deep and quick.
Like, here, I was legitimately like, whoa, my man. Like, did your mom even tell you you could air out like that? Yeah, let me go to this shit. Hold on. Read the bar. Super weird. Oh, God, I hope I can find it. Because I was just like, what the fuck? That's that guy talking. Let's go to this. Yeah. But
can't find it.
Nope. I think I got it.
Nope. Whoop.
Maybe.
Whoop.
Grab this bitch. Hold on. I'm finding this motherfucker. Unless they literally couldn't put it in this because it was just like so fucked up.
Which I don't really care for. Not being a hater, but you didn't.
Yeah, just
you scrolled 17 times.
Yeah, and thinking that my mama gonna fuck him for a place to live. That shit's just really, like.
It's like Dancing with the Devil.
Great album.
Moral Technique.
Really good album. I think it was oddly shout out to Tuesday. I'm happy to see one of the young cats can put out a great album. That interlude, though, dog. I think you could have left that out of there. It doesn't really fit with the rest of the album because then, like, the next song, it's right back to either love or drugs or sticks, and it's like,
hey, he had to get some shit off his chest.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Jesus Christ! Man. Like I said, I heard that, and I'm like, whoa! I learned way more information about Tuesday than I thought. And his mom. And his dad. His dad got fucking taken out of the house by cops. That was when he was 12. His mom fucked for the crib at 11. Shit. What was the dad doing at that time? He didn't go away to 12.
No, I don't know.
The world's shittiest drug
Probably
dealer?
Find out in the next album.
Interlude 2. That's going to be the standout single for the next fucking album. But hope we didn't miss any music. Hope we didn't not cover anything. Just trying to make sure, go to the singles real quick, make sure I didn't leave out shit. Oh, Lotto Drop Put It on the Floor again with Cardi B. That was dope. Burna Boy, Sitting on Top of the World. That was all right. Don't Give It Away, Friday, Chris Brown. We got... That's it.
Yeah, I don't.
I hit the railroad tracks. So, we've gone too far. Well, on that note,
for sure. When you know that,
timed it perfectly. We got Sleepless Radio episode 146 coming up here in about 30 minutes.
Hey.
I will be going live beforehand to do a little jam session of some of my favorite records that I've been bumping and just whatever songs that hits me and I want to play them before we get going on the live and get the battle started. However, before we close out, just wanted to say keep the love high and the hate low. Wish y'all love. See you tonight for John Mayer versus John Denver. Sleepless Radio episode 146. Rock Showdown winners bracket. Who do you got? Me versus El Padrino. 12 rounds. I got Mayer. He's got Denver.
That's why you just said, ooh. As soon as you said you versus your dad, oh, who was he got? Well, I was going to say Mayer. I'm going Denver.
You're going Denver?
Well, I like Mayer off the jump, but he doesn't choose.
And you know I'm in his territory.
Yeah.
He does love his John Denver. Take me home,
yeah, so
country road.
That's a tough one.
Oh, take me home.
Yeah.
Conjure
Good
out.
luck.
But then, I do appreciate it. We'll be seeing you guys live soon for that. Pull Up a Chair episode 41 in the books. Happy that we got to cover everything that we wanted to. Perfect on time and schedule right there. If you don't know, now you will. That is Snooker to my left.
Stay blessed and lustrous.
And keep the love high on the motherfucking hate low. We'll see you shortly.
Peace.
Boom.